دكتور عاد.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Assalamu alaikum, and welcome to another brand new edition of your program, Harmony of Life, with me, Camille Janvier, and along with me this evening is Asiri Al-Haziri, who is going to be just filling in for Walid Al-Saleh, my colleague, who is on study leave for the next couple of weeks, and Azari will be here with me for the next 2 weeks. So welcome, Aziri.
Well, thank you very much, Camille, and assalamu alaikum, dear viewers, and hopefully we'll be joining you for the next following 2 weeks, inshallah, and we're going to be discussing a lot of topics as usual on Harmony of Life, and hopefully we'll be able to bring you as much information and social and fun activities that happens around Riyadh, and we'll be having a lot of guests, inshallah, on the show, and hopefully you will enjoy it, inshallah. So our first topic here today, we're going to discuss about the Olympics of Creative Giftedness with some of the guests on the phone, and hopefully we will enjoy it. And so Camille, we usually do a lot of on Twitter and a lot of discussions with the viewers, and hopefully we'll be able to discuss more about their tweets that happened this week. And
definitely, but also apart from the phone calls that we will be talking to our guests about the Olympics of Creativity and Giftedness, we'll also be talking to Dr. Mohammed Al-Bardi, a consultant psychiatrist, about addiction problems later on in the program. But as Azari said, we are going to go and look at the Twitter, the tweets that you've been sending us about recycling this evening. So let's look at those tweets.
Indeed. Welcome back, dear viewers. Hopefully you have seen some of your tweets on our screen now, and we welcome more of your tweets on the show, and we would like to respond to them all, inshallah. And the recycling matter is a very, very important topic, and in my concern, I believe that it's this is the world and the environment is something that we have to take care of, not for ourselves but also for future generations, and so. Actually, recycling is to the disposal of waste properly and to actually use it once again in a better form and create new products that can be implemented within the community. So recycling is a process of change materials and waste into new products to prevent waste of potential useful materials, reduce the consumption of fresh raw materials, reducing energy usage, and reduce air pollutions as well. So right now we're going to move on towards a report that was created by our team on the Harmony of Life that hopefully that you will enjoy it, dear viewers.
Okay, Dr. Adil Btرجي, what are the main objectives of this event?
We know from research that extracurricular activities help students in so many ways. To start with, it is connected to their improvement and their scholastic achievement as well. From these events, we expect to discover the gifted students in the 5 major components of the Olympics. And over the past 7 years, we have discovered and nurtured 500 students that came out from these Olympics.
Okay, what sort of outcomes do you expect from this gathering or from this event?
Tonight, in the 5 events, we expect that we will be adding to the 500 I've mentioned, expect to be adding something like 50 more students, 50 more gifted students.
Total will be how much?
550, 560. And continuously over the years, we've been adding about this number every year. The beauty of these events that the students like them, because it is not the classroom event. It is something they come to do willingly and casually, willingly. And then, they're willing to travel distances from southern Jeddah, from northern Jeddah, from everywhere in Jeddah. Some of them come from Mecca, some of them come from Taif. This year we went to Rabiq and Khulis. We went to Asir, Abhan, Khamis Mishaitan, all the Asir area. And we expect, inshallah, in future years, we'll be going to the other cities. We are targeting the middle cities, not the large cities, not Riyadh and Dammam, because
Remote areas, maybe?
because those places have their own, yes, but the smaller cities need such an activities, and it is amazing how students in Asir have reacted to these events.
But mostly you cover the southern region and the western region, right?
Not necessarily. Of course, we started in Jeddah because this is our base.
Okay.
Okay, and the expansion went north to Rabiq and south to Asir. Okay, and hopefully next year we'll be going further north and maybe further south.
I see. But mainly you are focusing in the remote areas, right?
Yes, in the remote areas, though the places where they're not getting enough attention. There's giftedness everywhere. Okay, but we need to look for it, and we need to give the students a chance to express their giftedness.
Okay.
Welcome back, dear viewers, and we hopefully you have enjoyed this report about creativity and giftedness Olympics, which is really something very important to scout out the talents and people with special skills that and probably try to enhance those skills and talents into something that can serve the community as much as possible. And this is a wonderful effort. I personally enjoyed the report with Dr. Adil, who's done a tremendous effort, honestly, in scouting out those talents within different cities in the kingdom, not just in the capitals and the main cities, but also in small cities around the kingdom, Rabah and Khurais and other cities as well. And this is a wonderful effort. And we will also be talking more with Dr. Adil on the phone and today and discuss more about this wonderful efforts done by for the Olympics and Olympics of creativity and giftedness. And it's really an important, I believe it's very important. We actually have Dr. Adil with us on the phone. Assalamu alaikum, Dr. Adil. Well, first of all, let me thank you for this magnificent effort for scouting out those creative talents and gifted people around the kingdom. And if you can tell us a little bit more about, would you please tell us about the Olympic and creative giftedness and the initiative behind it?
It is, first of all, my pleasure to be talking to you this evening. Let me just elaborate on what you just showed on the show. Extra activities, those are the activities that are outside the classroom, are very important to students' development.
Indeed.
Through a lot of research over the years, it is found that there is a correlation between student achievement, student scholastic achievement, and activities of this nature. The more the students participate in activities outside the classroom, the better their performance is. There is no doubt about this. The research has proven that.
Definitely.
Now, an important point also is through such activities, we discover talent and giftedness that otherwise could not have been discovered. Sometimes hidden talent stays hidden for a long time and maybe never discovered because the student did not have a chance to express that gift he has or the talent that is bestowed in him. So such activities really is important for them to express themselves in different ways. And the more the activities and the more the varieties in the activities, the more talent we discovered. Research has proven that, and we also have found this to be the case in Saudi Arabia over the past 7 years of the Olympics.
Amazing, and actually, Dr. Btterji, this was such an effort that we thank you personally, and I believe everybody in the kingdom is very happy about those competitions, and the extracurriculum activities is indeed very important. So if you can tell us a little bit more about the mission, your group's mission, and what exactly is behind it. What do you guys do?
Well, in general, in our business, in our group of has a core business in education. Our main interest is education. So this is our core business. Now, in the companies that we have in the group, we have established an arm that has a responsibility towards society. And in that arm, we call it Durub al-Baraka. Durub al-Baraka, we concentrate on the social obligations, and especially in the areas of education. And discovering talent and giftedness is one of those areas. In general, we feel that we have a social responsibility towards our society. We express that in one of our companies. We devoted for this social responsibility, and we direct that towards education in particular. This is the main objective of this company. Now, we have a diversity of activities that are directed towards the society. The Olympics is one of them. But we also have scholarships for talented students in our school. Every year, at this year, we announce the availability of seats in our school, and we invite students to participate, to come forward and fill the application. They go through the exams that we have and the interviews, and those who are selected, those who meet the criteria that we have put, are given a scholarship to go for all of the 12 grades of schooling in Dar al-Dhikr school. Now, we also have a graduate program, two types. Is for undergraduates and one for postgraduate students. And so far, we have something like about 75 to 80 students in the scholarship program in the kingdom and outside the kingdom as well.
Amazing. So finally, if you could tell us some of the competitions that were held in the past years, so the viewers can have like a sense of what kind of interaction you have outside the curriculum with the students?
Okay, in the Olympics 7 years ago, we started with one competition, the first one, which is the photography. And the objective of this competition is for the participants to see the society from the lens of the camera and express that in a photograph and compete. Every year, we put forward a theme, and the participants have to bring their work in accordance with this theme.
Amazing.
This is the photography competition in the first year. The second year, we introduced another one, a new one, that was years ago, and that was the memory competition. And this is competition where students short memory is challenged, so that we can measure how strong is that short memory.
Okay.
The way we do this is we give the students a series of pictures on the screen very quickly, and then we give them questions related to those pictures and see if they can remember.
Amazing. So
and relate the pictures to the words that we give them.
Amazing. Well, actually, this is a very a tremendous effort you are doing in the Olympics of creativity and giftedness is really something that we personally here on KSA2 and believe that it's an opportunity to be able to get a lot of the talents and skills of the young generations that are coming ahead to find those talents and enhance them and implement them within the society. We'd like to thank you very much, Dr. Btterji, for all your efforts and for being with us on the show, and we'd like to thank you very much, myself and my co-host Camille, and thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
So, dear viewers, we have seen the quick report about the Olympics and creativity and giftedness. It's pretty interesting, actually. So, and we're going to move forward yet towards another report, and hopefully that you will enjoy it, inshallah.
A lot of us have an idea in our heads about what a person addicted to drugs looks like, but the truth is, anyone can become addicted to drugs. Addiction is when you feel a strong urge to keep taking a drug, even if it is causing harm. To stop, ask for help. Drug addiction doesn't depend on your income, your job, your age, race, or color. Addiction is a disease of the brain, and it can happen to anyone. You probably already know that you can become addicted to tobacco, alcohol, and illegal drugs. But even prescription drugs can be addictive when not taken as directed or when you take medication not prescribed for you. There are scientists who study drug abuse. Their research has taught us a lot about what makes you more likely to become addicted to drugs. Things like having family members who have had a drug problem, starting drugs at a young age, having mental health problems like depression, or hanging around other people who use drugs, all put you at risk. But you do not become addicted if you don't take drugs. If you or someone you love has a problem, get help. And if you do become addicted, you can be treated and you can recover.
Welcome back, everyone. That last report was about drug addiction, which is going to be coming up as our next topic in the program. But before that, we are still staying with Olympics of Creativity and Giftedness competitions, which are held every year. And with us on the phone, we have Mrs. Sulafa BtRgi, who is the Executive Manager of the Olympics of Creativity and Giftedness. Mrs. Sulafa, are you here?
Yes, hello.
Assalamu alaikum, welcome.
Wa alaikum assalam wa barakatuh.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us.
Sure, welcome to you.
Thank you. So, Mrs. Sulafa, first of all, if you could tell us, how do the students go about registering for the Olympics?
Okay, we have different ways to register. We use faxes. We receive faxes from the schools. We receive applications. There's the website. They can do through the website. And above all that, students just arrive a couple of minutes before the competition. They can register at that moment and just enter the competition. Our aim of all that is that to make registration as simple and accessible as possible. We really want the largest number of students to be able to participate.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Mrs. Sulafa, also, if you could tell us a little bit about, we were talking earlier, my colleague Asiri was talking to Dr. Adele about the different competitions that you hold. And I know that you have had fast reading competitions and you've had photography competitions. If you could tell us a little bit about those two particular competitions that you've held.
Okay, regarding the photography competition, our aim was that to encourage the students to express the way they see the world through their lens. We believe that our young generation have in how they see their surroundings. So the photography competition emphasizes on that. Every year we have a new theme, and through that theme we try to emphasize also on respecting the others, or those who serve us in our community, about creating stories from different, the photo essay, creating the stories from taking different pictures from different angles of the same concept or situation.
That's very, very good.
Yes, this is regarding the photography. On the other hand, the reading competition emphasizes on encouraging our young generation to read and to read understanding of the content of the reading and expressing that. As you know, reading is an important element in developing societies, and it has a great effect on the academic of the students. And the first phrase in the Quran was to encourage Muslims to read.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Mrs. Sulafa, also, if you could perhaps tell us, what about the mathematics competition?
Okay, the mathematics competition, it emphasizes on the mental math, the ability to solve math problems without using the machine, the calculations. And it has been proven by science that using these mental abilities, students' academic ability, not just in math, but in problem solving and so on in their, when they're out there in the business world.
And just one final question, Mrs. Sulafa. I was wondering, do you have any plans for any future competitions that you could tell us about?
Okay, this year, when we started for 6 years, we were concentrating on Jeddah and its surroundings. This year, our competition reached new areas in the kingdom. We did Asir and we did Rabigh and other small cities around Jeddah. For now, our future plan is to spread throughout the kingdom. We really want this, the opportunity to be part of this exciting and rich experience to reach the maximum number of students in all ages, different backgrounds, international, national schools, different ages, first grade to grade 12. So our future plan will concentrate on spreading throughout the kingdom.
Of course, to reach the maximum amount of pupils, to benefit as many students as possible, of course.
Exactly. Throughout the competition and selecting the winners, these winners get the opportunity to receive scholarships in schools that emphasize and giftedness. So we're really trying to choose from those winners the ones who deserve those scholarships and offer better education for them, believing that enriching their surroundings, their environment, their academic will definitely lead to better individuals in the future for the business world.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's really an amazing effort, though.
And but Mrs. Sulafa, also one final question, quickly, is that do you see any competitions being held in terms of like music possibly or art in those fields, those areas?
Yes, there is an interest in art, and we've discussed this a couple of times. I think it's just a matter of time. This is on one side. On the other side, before starting a new kind of competition internally, we like to reach, standard of delivery that ensures that sustainability for this, for the competitions. Art is definitely a choice for the future, but at the same time, we want it to be that serves the language and the need of the present and the future. For example, in competition expresses the way students or in general the young generation interacts through the internet, through YouTube, through this new kind of communication. So in choosing our competitions, we really emphasize on choosing what serves present and the future needs.
Well, Mrs. Sulafa Btterjee, Executive Manager of Olympics of Creativity and Giftedness, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank you very much for being with us on the program tonight and basically filling us in and telling us all about this amazing program that you hold every year and the competitions you hold every year for the Olympics of Creativity and Giftedness. And we wish you all the luck in the future.
Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be part of this. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now we're going to go for a short report and then we'll be back to welcome our guest this evening, Dr. Mohammed Al-Bardi, and we'll be talking about addiction problems. So stay tuned.